Well, hello. A few years ago, Aurora started coming out with some solar system themed pens. I eventually bought one, an Aurora 88 in the Giove finish, which is Jupiter. I really liked the Neptune and the Uranus and a couple of the other finishes, but that's the one I bought. One that I always thought, oh, sorry I missed it, was the Soleil finish, which was for the sun. Well, the Soleil finish is available in the Aurora Optima, but it's really expensive. So I'd pretty much resigned myself to, you're never going to get it. Well, that's why I like my vintage pens and my older pens. So let's check it out. So recently I picked up this pen using a bit of channel money from Proto Pens. It was in a finish that I've wanted for a long time, and couldn't justify on the Aurora 88 or the Aurora Optima. And then I found an Aurora Optima on Proto Pens with this finish, only significantly lower cost because it's an older pen than the modern one. So let's not carry out the suspense any further. But before I do that, I just want to note that Proto Pens shipped it to me with this nice sort of vintage carrying case. So this is the Soleil Oro whatever fancy name they give to their finish. Soleil is all I care about. Hi, editing me here. So you're going to hear me call this pen O Solo Mio a few times. That's actually the modern version of this pen. This was apparently just sold as an Aurora Optima Soleil. So I apologize for the confusion that you're going to have after watching this video. Now, back to the confusion. Not so good in the close-ups, but it looks beautiful in person. And Aurora, that's a cool effect. And then it has a little star on the clip. And some details. I've never owned an Aurora Optima, so this is my first. Has a 14 karat gold nib. And of course an ebonite feed, and it's a medium nib. The nib unit does not screw out, which is different from the more modern Auroras. And we have the same, come on. We have the same deal going on with the piston as we do with the newer ones. This is probably from the 90s. So if I've bought a classy pen like this, it deserves a classy ink. Like some Parker Quink washable blue. The ink of champions. I am the only channel that regularly uses this ink. I think that's why so many people keep coming back here, is just to see the Parker Quink washable blue in use. Okay, so one fill. We'll ooze it out. Oh, lots of bubbles there. Another fill. Sorry, got my hand in the way. No bubbles that time. So we'll do one last snork. Drip out one or two drips. And wipe it off screen so it has some privacy. And we'll see how this thing writes. I have been extremely excited to write with this pen. And I've made myself wait until I had all my filming stuff set up. And then I spent about 15 minutes tonight looking for the memory card for my camera, and it turns out it's in the camera the whole time. So that was a little awkward. Okay, the color seems to be a little off tonight. That may be why the finish didn't look good, but it's also a preview screen, so who knows. If it's bad, I'll work on it. So this is Parker Quink. Washable blue. Yeah, that's awful. That's just awful. So we'll turn this off for a second. Huh. Not perfect, but that helped a lot. Okay, maybe I won't turn it off. So, is this a flex pen? No. But it definitely feels soft. Very different feel. I have a modern Aurora 88 with a broad nib, and it has a different feel from that. I'm going to have to do a rodeo here in a few weeks, maybe. So we got flex, wetness and flow. It does show the shading nicely. A smear test. That's drier than I thought would turn out with that test. I'll just be honest. I was thinking it was a wetter pen. Reverse writing. Very smooth. And finally, the world famous Peer Gustafson test. Which I think it did very well. So, give me a couple weeks. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about this yet. I think I just need time to write with it. Oh, there's some engraving on the side. Even with my new glasses, I can't read it. Oh, because it's upside down. Fabbrica di Penna a Italiana Serba Toto or Toyo or something, and then Aurora Italia. If you can make that out. Yeah. So I'm not sure how I feel about it. But I'll be recording the talkie portion at a minimum in a few weeks. It could be months or years later. We'll see. So yeah, that pen is from the 1990s. So it's an older release. The modern Soleil would have a black cap. But you know what? It's a beautiful finish. I was right with that instinct. I'm glad I have it. The pen is a little bit softer than my typical Aurora 88. You know, it has a 14 karat nib instead of a 18 karat nib. So it's a little, you know, not flexy or anything, but definitely a little bit more bounce to it. Very comfortable. I will admit that I prefer the shape of the Aurora 88, but this is a perfectly good pen, and very pretty. So, and I'm glad I got this older one with the Soleil the whole way. Ha 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 ha. So, I don't have a pocket on, but as far as the pocket test, it does very well. Very comfortable in the hand, very enjoyable to write with. You know, I have it filled right now with Diamine Autumn Oak, and I'm having a hard time not using it up because I'm just enjoying writing with it so much. This is a very good pen. I think when I first filmed my writing sample, it wasn't the greatest experience, but time has definitely made up for that. I am thrilled with this pen now. So that's the Aurora Optima. Your mileage may vary on the newer versions of the Aurora Optima. I think Aurora pens are very well made. Difference between this and Aurora 88 is the 88 has the rounded ends. This does not. They have the same piston. This being an older one, the nib is not a screw type nib. It's definitely part of the pen, so it's not removable like it is in the newer pens. But yeah, I'm very thrilled with it. And so, you know, in a year when I haven't really been doing much pen buying, this was a worthwhile purchase. It's one I enjoy. And since it is older, I spent significantly less than you would with a brand new Aurora Optima, because wow, are those expensive, especially in a Soleil finish. So glad to have it. So, well, thank you for watching. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.